Hello everyone, my name is Raelcun and I will be your host for this next little bit. For those of you just tuning in, you are watching Awesome Games Done Quick 2020, live from Orlando, Florida, and benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. The Prevent Cancer Foundation, founded in 1985, is a US-based non-profit organization. Their mission is to save lives across all populations through cancer prevention and early detection, by focusing its work through research, education, outreach, and advocacy. Their mission is to stop cancer before it starts. You can find out more information about PCF at preventcancer.org. We also have a few donations to go over here before Brian Otto gets started with his Titanfall 2 run. So we're going to start off with $5 from Yamingtons, who says, I have no idea who Marvin is, but it's a beautiful name. Treat them nicely. We also have $25 from Flying Boots, who says, Marvin lived through a run of Titanfall? Not on my watch. Money goes towards giving that bucket of bolts what it deserves. As you can tell, we do have a bid war going on for the fate of Marvin, so if you want to help decide that, make sure you get your donations in before we cut that off. We have a $10 donation from Anonymous, who says, what a wonderful event. First time watching it after my coworker told me about it the other day. I think how you're using gaming to help out PCF is great. A sincere thank you to the runners and all of those behind the scenes. We also have $15 from BT7274, says, the human concept of love requires admiration, attraction, devotion, and respect. Conclusion, I am 50% in love. And we also have $5 from Congo, who says, I can't afford much, but I lost 3 grandparents to cancer. So I'm going to give what I can. Y'all are doing great work. Thank you so much, Congo, and everyone else who's donated. Just a quick reminder, it doesn't matter how much you're donating, every little bit helps. And of course, if you can't donate it, you can also just tell people about GamesDoneQuick.com and what we're doing here this week here in Orlando. But I think we're ready to toss to Brian Otto.
Prospective GDQ hosts, my name is Brian Otto, and today we're going to be playing through the beginning of Titanfall 2. So without further ado, let us begin. Titanfall 2 is a sci-fi military first-person shooter developed by Respawn Entertainment. This was the game they put out before Apex Legends. You might have heard of that. It runs on a modified version of the Source engine, which means we have access to a lot of holdovers from other Source games in terms of movement, like slide hopping and air strafing, or respectively bunny hopping and air strafing. And we'll get to that in a second here. First thing you're going to notice about this game is that it is in Mandarin, and Mandarin is actually 36 seconds faster than English. And that was actually a pretty recent discovery, only because changing languages in this game is very annoying. And we spent all of our time looking for cool things, not doing language testing. So the first thing you're going to be introduced to here is going to be something known as the slide hop. When you reach a certain speed threshold and then press crouch, you end up doing a slide. And you can jump after that slide and maintain your speed indefinitely. It's very, very neat. This is kind of like our tutorial mission here, so while it's not on rails, I do need to be at certain areas when like a dialogue line ends. So that way I can get the next dialogue line ASAP. I'm also going to be moving my camera in an arc through the air. This is known as air strafing, and by subverting the speed cap that's normally in place when you hold W, we actually hold left or right, and that allows us to gain speed, go around corners, and clear larger gaps. This is just a little target range here, so I'm going to grab this rocket launcher, but we do have time for a quick donation.
Alright, we have $25 from Deceptix, who says, super hyped to see you at GDQ again, Bri. Good luck with BT7274.
Alright, and so now I have the EPG. I'm going to use this to boost myself here. We can't do this in other parts of the game because we're in a simulation right now, so we can't die. And I just picked up some frag grenades, and these grenades are going to allow me to go fast as well. By letting them explode in my hand, I'll get a boost from them. And you know what? We probably have time for another donation here.
Alright, we have $13.37 from Skeleton Jelly, who says, hi Bri, good luck with the run and make sure to kill that Marvin. Your runs inspired me to start speedrunning 2 years back. Have this elite as a sign of appreciation.
Alright, so that was a pretty good gauntlet. A 17-second gauntlet in a marathon environment is pretty solid. Normally that frag grenades can be a little bit finicky in terms of like how exactly they work out for you, because they can send you kind of in a downward direction. So getting a 17, pretty solid. So a little bit about what's going on right now in terms of the lore. We're playing as Rifleman Jack Cooper. He is a militia pilot, not yet a militia pilot, I should say. He is a grunt in the militia, which is a rebellious military force that is fighting back against the IMC, or Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation. They're this big, evil corporate conglomerate that goes from planet to planet, takes all these resources from different people, and we're the group that's fighting back. I did a pretty neat glitch here where I stood on the position where you called down the Titan and caused it to come in underground. So that's pretty fun. We'll get to Titan gameplay later, but for now we're just focusing on the context. I would say we definitely have time for another donation here.
All right, we have $25 from Tron Travolta, who says, "Man, it feels good to see Titanfall 2 at GDQ again with Bry at the keys. Fingers crossed for good Ghost Ship RNG. Wish I could be there." We also have $50 from Overzero, who has no comment. Thank you to both of you.
The Mandarin VA for this game is kind of all over the place. Lastimosa here sounds about 20 years younger than he actually is. There are some pretty good ones though, especially when we get to the third mission of the game, Blood and Rust. We'll be introduced to Kane, who is just a gem. We'll say that much for sure. The speed run is the any percent run, and thusly it is on easy. Though that does not mean that this run is easy. It just means that we kill people fast. That's about it. Titanfall 2 is a speed run with incredible depth and a skill ceiling that is sky high. So now we're getting into the second mission of the game. This is BT7274. It is probably one of the hardest missions in the game. There are no real big, I guess you would say, sequence breaks or skips in this level. This level is almost entirely movement based. And for the beginning of this level as well, we're only going to have one jump. There are a lot of mistakes that you can cover in this game with a double jump, but given that we only have access to one jump here, every mistake we make is going to be extremely punishing. So what's happening here in terms of the game context is the militia was trying to investigate this IMC-controlled planet of Typhon. They had some sort of research facility here that they were working on. We weren't quite sure what's going on exactly, so we came to try and figure it out. And they were ready for us with a ton of anti-orbital defenses, and now we are crash landing behind enemy lines. And we definitely have time for one last big donation before this cutscene ends.
We have $14.92 from Alvin Simon Theodore. It says, "Hi Bry, great to see you at GDQ again. I first got into watching speedruns after seeing you at AGDQ 2018 and been here since. When you get home, please give Dragon a boop on the snoot and a treat for me." We also have $50 from Zero Serenity, who says, "Woof! Can we give Brian Nato a boop and a treat in absentia of Dragon?" And $12.34 from Joshua04, "Hi Pilot, thank you for running my favorite game."
Cool. Well, I'd love to show you guys more of this game, but that's all the time I have for today. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, prospective GDQ host, for your time. I wish you luck. And shout outs to Prolix. I love you. Bye-bye.